Hi.
Hello.
Welcome back. So we have not uploaded anything in about 4 months. So we are back now to talk about something that we have been working on for about a year. And that something is
We're adopting.
So we are adopting a child from foster care. And we are pretty far along in the process already.
We started doing the classes about a year ago. We took them last August. It was through a nonprofit organization around us. And what they do is they work with most of the counties in the state to try and help out. I think they called it kind of like, it was like a third party.
Yeah.
So you can either go through the county itself or you could go through them and they kind of link up. I think they're in with most of the counties, but there's a couple that they're still trying to get involved with.
Yeah.
But it's another way for when the foster system gets overloaded.
They contact the place that we are going through to kind of help, like find homes for the foster kids or find permanent adoptive homes.
Yes.
So yeah, they work with all 88 counties in Ohio.
There's 88.
There's 88.
Wow.
And so we did the classes because you have to get licensed for foster care. And the place that we are going through, they license you for foster care even if you are planning on just adopting. So that way you have that, just in case you change your mind. But we did the classes in August, and then we did take a couple months between August and early January to kind of just talk and make sure that it was really something that we wanted to do, because it's a huge step, like bringing a child into our home, making sure that it was something that we 110% wanted to do.
And that we could do.
And that we could do financially, mentally, physically,
all
of the things.
Wellnessly.
Yes.
Yes.
So we did take a couple months to just reevaluate everything and make sure that it was, in the best interest with ourselves and our family and, every aspect.
Making sure that we have what we can give to that child because they've already been through enough. And then, went through the classes, was 36 hours, I think is the standard.
It was 2 weekends. It was 2 Saturdays, 2 Sundays. It was like a full day of classes, a bunch of different modules. And then, you pass each little module. And then once you're done with that, you turn in your application. And then once your application is approved, at least in the state of Ohio, once that's happened, you get approved to do a home study. So we turned in our application in January. And we had our first home study in February.
Was it February or was it March?
It is like mid-February.
Okay. And a home study is when a permanency specialist, which is what they call them through the agency that we're going through, they come in and they just make sure, how is your house set up? Does it pass safety standards? Does it pass just, getting a sense of who we are as people, why we want to do it. Of course, ruling out, are you doing it just for the money, which, side note, you won't make any.
Yeah.
But just kind of getting to know us, and then they build a profile on us, which helps not only get to know who we are, but helps match us with a child that would fit with us. Not just we fitting with them, but them fitting with us.
Right. And that's the whole thing. Like, they're not, like, kind of going off of what she said, they're not trying to find a child for the family. They're trying to find families for the children. And that's kind of a big part of why it takes so long for most adoptions, is because they're trying to find the best match for each kid. And that's like one of the things that we have to fill out during the home study process is a child characteristic checklist.
Checklist, yes. Literally, what are you willing to take and what are you not? And they want you to be as honest and open as possible. So it goes from anything from age, gender, race, ethnicity, language, severe illnesses, mental illnesses, developmental delays.
If they have glasses, if they have braces, if they have allergies, like anything little to anything extreme, like anything you could possibly think of, they want you to check off if you're willing to accept that or not. So that's just a small part of the home study. Another part is they ask you for references, and they will pretty much do like a smaller interview with like family or friends that you put down as references.
Do they want mostly friends and family? I don't think any professional ones.
No.
Just friends, family, people who know what we've been through,
Like-
how we've been with
Like
kids.
who we are as people.
Yeah.
So they'll get their perspective on like if this is something that, you know, they
Yeah.
think we'd be okay at and we're
Right.
good at, I guess.
And we had 3 interviews.
Yeah. So the first interview for the home study was both of us, and then the second home study was an interview with just me that lasted about 3 hours. So it was pretty lengthy. And then the third one
Was me.
was her, which was actually over the phone because that was like very early pandemic.
Yeah, we only get to meet in person with our permanency twice.
Yeah. So it was the first and the second interview, and then after that, everything was either phone or Zoom.
Yep. Which makes it a little difficult, especially now when trying to match. Everything is done remotely, which is capable because not only with the checklist that we had to do, we had to fill out the full application.
Lots of paperwork.
What other?
Background checks.
There was a bunch.
Physicals.
Yes, physicals.
We had to get physicals.
I had to create a fire safety route. We had to create a emergency number list.
If you have medications, prescription medications, they have to be in a locked box.
Yep, a lot of stuff, and a lot of that is mostly for foster care.
Yes.
So once you adopt the child within reason, you know,
Yeah.
parenting, safety,
Yeah, I mean,
family
a lot
reason.
of this is just like general parent safety stuff that
Yeah.
probably should be done anyways. We don't know because we're not parents yet.
Right. But
but
everything goes through foster. And the way that this place does it is that you foster for about 6 months before you can adopt.
It's foster to adopt. That's
Yeah.
what they call it.
So making sure that everybody is okay, the kids are going okay.
Kids are in legal custody of the state. The parents have already given up their parental rights, so there's no
So they're
like
part of the
parents
state,
coming in and saying, you know, I would like my child back.
And that's just where we are. We have people who we went through the classes with who are doing fostering right now. They actually have 2 little girls and they're adorable. But they wanted to go the foster route. We just knew for us that foster part,
It just wasn't something that we felt was right for us
Yeah.
in this moment.
I mean, it's an amazing thing and it's a great thing, but it's a lot, and we just more so are on that side of we would like to work through to adopt a child. And that's just our personal
Yeah.
preference.
Anybody that's fostering, like,
Get it.
props to you because I know that's
Heartbreaking. It can be
It's
definitely.
a lot of work,
It's a
and
lot.
there needs to be more people to foster. And maybe in the future, that's something that we'll do.
Yeah, but for now we're just doing a foster adopt. So about 6 months once we get matched with a child,
They'll live with us.
they get used, and we have to, and a lot of those guidelines, like all of these things that we have to do, like fire escape routes, like things that are normal, but they're like by the book. We have to hit all of these marks because the laws for foster care are so great.
Yeah.
Because of the risk of, you know, just harm and what these kids have already been through.
Yeah.
And then once we go through the adoption side, I mean,
It's like they're ours.
we have gone through our home study.
Yep. We did the classes. We did the home study. We got approved a month ago.
Yes. Which means we got licensed.
Yeah. So,
So-
we're licensed to foster, and we're also approved for adoption.
Yeah, so we had to go through all of that. She had to make a portfolio that she had to give to her supervisor, which you had to approve, and then I think the state had to approve it.
Yep.
And then once all that's done, we get licensed.
Yep.
So now we are
licensed.
officially licensed, and I'm pretty sure the day after we got licensed, we started the matching process, which we'll get into another time.
Yeah.
But it was like bam, bam.
Yeah.
Like we finally got it. It was a really long process. It's a lot of paperwork.
Yes.
We actually ended up having to submit paperwork a couple times because it just kind of happens, or laws
And,
change.
yeah, there was a couple laws that were new or changed, and since we weren't already licensed yet, we had to submit updated paperwork or submit new paperwork, depending on, you know.
Take new trainings. We had to do a CPR first aid training, which technically wasn't required beforehand. I had already had it from work. I don't think you had it.
I had it from years ago, but it was
Mine was still
expired.
active, but so we just decided to take it again. We made sure that we took, because the last one I took was an adult one.
Yeah.
So we made sure we took infancy, child, and adult.
But it's good to have anyways.
Yeah.
So we have that now. Woo! Yay! So yeah, that's the process up until now. We're not going to get any further into what we're doing. That'll be in another video.
Well, now we're up to speed.
Yeah,
basically.
now we're up to speed. So now we are looking for potential matches.
Yes.
But during like most of this process, we've been like working on the house, getting things updated, getting the child's room together for when we do get matched.
And we want to make sure that there's at least a place so they feel like it's not just a spare room that they're just put in.
Yeah.
This is a place for you. We want you here.
Yep.
Because who knows what they've been through in the past, either orphanage, foster care systems, or like wherever they've been dropped off.
Yep.
Prior
to
to
a
being
good safe space.
Yeah. I had to fill out a life book. So part of our process was to make a photo book of us, who we are, where we live, what's in our area,
how we met, a little bit about us,
close family,
where we're going to go to school.
And that doesn't come out for them until we've, I think, matched, and they're like, well, this is a little bit more about them, and this is where you might be going. I actually, there's a lot that's still in the air for us.
Yeah.
We're learning as we're going.
Yeah.
This part. So now it's just a lot of waiting, anticipating.
A lot of the whole process in general is waiting. So
Sarah's super impatient.
Patience is something that I'm still learning.
She's struggling.
It's it's getting better, but I'm excited. I'm anxious to
You're
meet.
so excited.
I'm anxious to meet whoever our child is supposed to be with us.
We keep telling the little kitties, our babes.
Yep. All of our kitties.
They're just like whatever.
Yeah, they don't care.
So that'll be interesting too.
Yeah.
But.
So that's what we've been up to.
Yeah.
So if you want to kind of follow us on our adoption journey, we're probably going to be making quite a bit more content.
We're going to try and keep up with it, especially now. See how it progresses. Of course, it's going to depend on, we have a potential match. We don't, hey, look at this kid or not. So we might just kind of have short videos talking about it. Like, this is where we're at right now. Of course, with the foster side and also the beginning side, there will be no images, anything, if you've seen any of that in the past.
We can't share the child's information.
No information, can't share the face, can't share any pictures, but we can at least talk about it. We'll see kind of how it works out once we get into the foster process. I mean,
we can talk about, our journey and how it's going and what we're experiencing.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So we'll kind of might be shorter videos. But we'll see. We don't know. It could be in the next couple months. It could be a year.
Yeah. It's all when God wants us to have a child. It's been a very interesting learning process.
In what way?
Learning to be more patient. That's a big one. Yep. But it'll happen when it's supposed to.
Yeah.
So it's been fun though.
Yeah. I'm excited. Yeah. So that's where we are right now.
Yeah. Well, thank you for watching. Keep an eye out for the next video, and we will be talking about more of our adoption process.
Matching process. And anything else we may have forgot, or if there's any questions about what is this?
Yeah.
What does it mean?
Yep.
Pull out our handy dandy notes.
Yeah.
And our manual.
Yep.
Go from there.
And we'll see you guys next time.
Thanks.
Bye.
Bye.